Hey everyone, welcome back to The Hidden Brick, where today we're doing the Lego City Heavy Duty Rescue Helicopter set number 60166. 415 pieces. It's a pretty big box considering there's only 415 pieces in here, but there's probably a lot of mass because this thing is pretty big. And you get some neat little play feature accessories here. So you can kind of see from the artwork here that there's a helicopter and a jet ski that's part of the Coast Guard rescue team. Looks like we have a micro lighthouse, and then a kayaker who a shark has stolen the paddle from him, and he's in trouble because, you know, maybe he's next and the shark is it's just a, you know, use your imagination at that point. So on the back it also shows a couple different angles of that particular play scene as Lego sees to display it in their imaginative heads. But it's one of those things that it's up to you to play with it how you want. Alright, so here we have a very large sticker sheet. We have a extremely large book 2 and 3, and then kind of what I would consider more of like a small size instruction book number 1. And then we have numbered bags. It looks like we're going to go all the way up to bag number 5. So we got 5, 4, 3. There's 2. And we got bag 1 here. And then 2 of the loose pieces that were in the box is an 8x16 dark gray plate, and then this red kayak type of piece. We'll open up bag 1 parts. We have a brick separator, which I'll just throw off to the side because hopefully I won't need it. The only reason I would need it for this build is if I accidentally put something in the wrong spot. And who knows, maybe I jinxed it by saying I won't need it. I may end up needing it just because I said that. Alright, so we're going to do a couple minifigures first. So this is the, I believe, the helicopter pilot. See, it has the Coast Guard emblem on the back. And this guy has the mustache, a helmet, and a little windscreen or visor piece that goes on the helmet. Just like that. That's our first minifigure for the set. The next minifigure is the kayaker. So he has a life vest on. He's got the sweat beads dripping from his face. I don't know if you can see it very well. There we go. See the little printed sweat pieces dripping down. And he's got a brown hairpiece. That is our second minifigure. It shows us building the little paddle piece next. That is our paddle. And we'll bring the canoe piece or the kayak over. So you can go ahead and drop him in there. Attach to the paddle. Just like that. Alright, so we have 2 more minifigures. Looks like we're building all of the minifigures in this first bag. So these are the workers, the Coast Guard rescue people. So they have the printed vest on there, but we're also going to put this yellow life vest on. We have a head for each one. And this is kind of the difference. So far, the legs, torso, vest, everything was the same, but you can see their faces are slightly different. So she has a smiley face, and she has kind of like a smug grin. So the smiley face girl, according to the instructions, gets the red hair. And our girl that has the little smirk will get a helmet with a little snorkel mask. Just like that. That is all 4 of our minifigures. We have a shark that assemble it by just putting the top jaw piece on. And that is our shark. Very good. So the first actual build we're going to do, it looks like it's going to be the jet ski portion. So we'll attach that bracket. Put these cone shapes on the back. Alright, so it's time for our first stickers. So we're not wasting any time with these stickers, we're just going to jump right into them. Carefully line it up and press it down. Repeat that for this side. Very good. Our handlebar area. That goes there. This is a very large jet ski. Put this piece on right here. And one more sticker. Sticker number 7 goes there. So what we can do is, you can see the minifigure stands right there and holds onto the handlebars and jet skis around, and then this is more or less the passenger seat. So once she picks up someone that needs to be rescued, they can sit right back there. Alright, now we're moving on to the next little accessory piece. This is going to be the little micro lighthouse, light tower piece. I'm guessing it's micro, so it looks like it's far away. You can set it up kind of off to the end of the table and it looks like it's far away. In reality, these lighthouse towers are not this small, or at least not that I know of. I don't live close to coastal areas, so I may be wrong. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. It is the internet after all, and people love to tell other people when they're wrong on the internet. So feel free to. I can handle it. This is actually pretty cool. We're building a little micro shipwreck. It's going to be part of the tower. I guess the light tower wasn't there when the ship wrecked, or else the ship wouldn't have wrecked. Or maybe it was shut down the day that the ship wrecked into the shore. Okay. That's it for that little micro build. You can see the little shipwreck. I think it would look a little bit better if it was more of like a dark reddish brown color instead of the black. Almost looks like this ship wrecked and then burnt down with it being black. But either way. So we have a few extra pieces from bag 1. Notably, one of them is an extra little oar piece. After all, they do just attach to the end of these bar pieces. So I guess they could potentially pop off and get lost. So that's pretty cool that they include another one of those. To me, it seems like it's a little too big to be one of those small pieces that they typically include. But I'll take it, considering it's a new part and everything. Okay, so we're gonna, that completes also the small instruction book 1. So I'm gonna move that to the side, get instruction book 2 ready, and we're gonna jump into bag number 2 right now. Okay, we have all of our bag 2 parts out. It's gonna be the beginnings of the heavy-duty rescue helicopter. Basically, the rest of the bags are all gonna be building this big helicopter. The first bag was all the accessory pieces, or the play features, I guess you would call it, for the set and what we saw on the front of the box. So the rest of this is all helicopter. So it, like I said earlier, I thought the box was pretty big, considering it was just a little over a 400 piece set. But the reason why is, you know, we got big pieces like this, and we got big pieces like this. So we're paying for a good amount of mass, and versus a lot of small parts. So it's kind of give or take with sets when you look at the prices. Are you paying a lot of money for small parts, or are you paying a lot of money for large parts? I think, in my opinion, I guess it depends on what you're building. Like, for example, Technic typically has a lot of small parts. So it bothers me to pay a lot of money for Technic when I know a good 1/3 or half of the set is really small connector pins. But these Lego City sets come with such large parts that it makes it a little bit easier to swallow. I wouldn't say it's easy to swallow a $50 or $60 set, but when it ends up being something really big and something you can reuse the parts for, then maybe somehow you can justify it. Alright, so we have yellow brick with a black tile. Now we have this orange plate going across. We have 2 of these Technic plates. They're 1x5 plates, but they have the rounded ends, and they have that little axle hole right in the middle. So that axle hole is lining up with those bar pieces that we put on a little bit earlier. And that's more or less what's kind of holding it in place. You may notice we're filling this inside with a lot of colors. This is just like the city set we built yesterday that had a lot of weird colors on the inside, but after the model was completed, you more or less didn't see any of those colors at all. So it's going to be a similar type of build with this, where we cover most of those parts up, if not all of them. Alright, so we have a good amount of brackets going on. We have these 2x4 half round pieces that are all gonna connect to each one of these big brackets that's hanging off the side. Okay. Couple of wedge plates, and then we have this long modified plate that has this little tile rail combo piece on there. And 2 more wedges. Okay, we have orange inverted slopes. So you can kind of see we're creating this inverted slope on the back side of the helicopter. It looks like we're going to have a blue stripe going through the body of the helicopter. Couple of bricks there. It's getting pretty big, so I'm actually going to set it on the table. I like to build it in my hand, but when it's getting this big, it's almost too big to hold. So we have these quarter round bricks. It's basically a 4x4 brick that has this quarter round cut in it. And that will simply go there and there. Alright, so next is the 2x6 with the little quarter round cuts in it. And then 2 more of the quarter round bricks. One there, one here. A dome brick goes there. So this black part, it's only being held on by this one half round plate right now. So we're gonna have to get something on here to help make it more stable. But right now there's nothing on here really holding it. These may help because we're gonna overlap the slopes. Okay, yeah, so that actually will help because these are kind of locking it all together. Yeah, that helped a lot. It's actually really stable. All right, so that completes bag number 2. So let's jump on to bag number 3 right now. Okay, we have all of our bag 3 parts out. We're just gonna continue building onto this. Let's see, I have 2 of these 1x6 white bricks, and then they're going to get 2 of these inverted slopes. Then we have a archway. It's gonna go right there and connect those together. 2 more bricks and another arch piece there. And then 2 panels. So we're flying through this instruction book because there's literally 1 piece per step. So this step has this 1 piece attached. And we turn the page. So it makes for a pretty easy build. Alright, so we have a few Technic pieces, and for the younger builders this may be different or new to them, so kind of a brief introduction to some Technic building. So we basically made a little turn knob that has a bevel gear on the end. And the tile we put on there is going to have a little sticker that indicates that you can turn this knob, and this will attach right there. Just making sure that's where it goes per the instructions. Looks like we've got it. Now we have a couple other bricks that'll go right there. An orange plate. And this double wide baby bow shape, so that'll go there. So next is going to be a reel that has a string They were going to put a hook on it. You can see in the instructions there. Now, I'm actually not going to put the string on right now. The strings are one of the things that takes the longest for me to actually try to put on because it's so small. You have to tie like little micro knots in it, and it's just kind of something that I struggle with. So imagine the string is on there, and we'll just kind of go with it. So that piece will go there. So that tan bevel gear that we put on, this one right here, is actually interlocked with that black one. So you can see when I turn the red knob, it's turning the black bevel gear, which then turns that one. So that is Technic building in a nutshell. We basically create little movable pieces. That will go there. Makes for a nice clean build. Alright, so we're going to start with this plate. We have a little sub-assembly to do. That piece there, tan plate. Yellow brick and an orange. That will go there. Next up is a few more Technic pieces, and then I think we're going to be done with the Technic for this set. Maybe some more in some future bags, but as the parts in this bag, that's going to be it. So this will actually connect on this little click hinge piece. Right there. You can see it rotates like that, and you can pull it all the way out like this. So basically what's going to happen is the string is going to come out, it's going to go through this yellow piece and then come all the way through this bottom part, and then there's going to be a hook that connects on right there and goes down. So for sake of saving about probably 10 minutes of me trying to put a string on, we're just going to imagine it's there for now. So moving on to the next steps, we have these tall panels. Two shorter panels right next to it. Blue plate on there. So we're on to our next sticker. Looks like a little door hatch. It says rescue on there. You can see the little lever with an arrow telling you which way to turn it. It's basically a decorated little door. Goes on the side there. And that sticker is what created that blue stripe, because this is a white piece, and with that sticker on there, you can see how that blue stripe is going to continue through. So it's a nice little detail that helps add to the look of the model. Okay, we have that slope there, and we have these long bricks. Go all the way across. Okay, so we're going to move that to the side. We have two big side panels to build. That plate, and then these little windows have a little trans-light blue glass panel in them. That's our first one. We're going to make another one that's identical. Really easy build. We got a couple plates, a brick, these taller bricks, window panel, and another plate to help hold all that together. Turn it around, put our little glass pieces in. And to finish it off, we have 2 stickers. One for each panel. Just says Coast Guard on it, nothing fancy. Okay, just like that. Turn the page, and these will both go on that little orange piece that kind of slides. On the top side, we'll put the accompanying little sliding rail piece. So you can see what we've created is these sliding doors for the helicopter to open, close. So I'm going to open them up. It actually shows them opened up a little bit. Not quite sure why, but we're going by the instructions right now. Oh, it actually just shows it like sliding. Anyway, we'll close it back up. So next up we have these 2 bricks with studs on the side. And we're going to put these double wide cheese slopes, and I think these cheese slopes are we're going to prevent the door from sliding all the way off. Yeah, so you can see it actually hits that slope before it slides all the way off. So now those are, for the most part, locked in place. A couple more inverted slopes. That looks good. So we're going to begin the tail section. A half round blue plate, and then this big 6x8 blue plate. Assortment of colored plates. And some fairly long wedge plates. And these pretty long bricks too. Two wedge bricks, inverted slope. Bring this over, and this lines up everything on here, just like that. Lastly, we put these 2x8 plates on, just like that. All right, so there we go. We're making progress. That completes instruction book 2. So we're on to our third and final instruction book. There it is, in case you don't believe me. And we're on to our fourth bag of parts right now. All right, so we have everything out, ready to go. Wasting no time, jumping right into this. 2 plates to cover this up, and this thing actually is getting really big. I could kind of tell from the picture on the box that this was going to be a big set. And it's definitely not disappointing at all. It's proving to be something worth being proud of. All right, so we have tiles going down both sides here. And I would definitely say the parts in this set are something that, if and when I disassemble the set, that I would definitely be able to reuse in some of my own creations. So excited about that as well. All right, so we have some slopes. Right there. Two of these slotted slopes. I'll go there, and 2 red. sloped bricks here. All right. So we had a little bit of Technic in the previous bag. We have a little bit more in this one. Definitely not an overwhelming amount, just enough to create a certain look that we're going for. So put that down. We have this little angle axle joiner with this piece connected on there. Over there, we need to create another one that's identical to it. One, two, that goes there. That will go there. Lastly, we have these Technic plates that have the pinholes on it. These will connect to the friction pins there. Okay, so that's the whole Technic module. Bring this over and attach it right next to the red slopes. So it's basically your engine intake right here, and it goes through the engines, and then this is the exhaust right there. So you can see how it created a nice little effect with pretty minimal amount of Technic parts. Definitely wasn't overwhelming, but enough to do the job, like I was saying earlier. Good amount of bricks going down there. And we have a couple more of our sloped bricks down there on the end. Let's see, we have, I'm going to rotate this up a little bit so we can fit a plate in there. And then we have a couple of orange plates here, and then these long sloped bricks go there. And lastly, we have some wedge bricks that'll attach to the side, just like that. Alright, so we have our big windscreen piece. I'll put a couple plates on the top. Couple of trans colored tiles, and then a wedge brick. This will get our next sticker. It's the little Coast Guard shield symbol. That piece will simply attach right there. So that looks nice. And just like that, we're done with bag number 4. So we are on to our 5th and final bag right now. Okay, we have all of our bag 5 parts out, and we're ready to finish this model up. So this plate with these modified tiles that have the clip on it. Put this little piece on, that piece will go there. What we're going to do with this is we're going to bring the helicopter over, turn it over. We have these yellow bar pieces on there, and we're simply going to clip those tiles on there, fold it up just like that. So that yellow piece is more or less your handle to open up the rear door, and then it folds up in there nicely. It's definitely one of the cleanest rear doors that I've seen. I've built a lot of Lego City helicopters and various other themes that have helicopters in it. A lot of times these back doors are very clunky and don't really look right. This one is actually really, really good. It seals up everything, and it makes the body look real nice. So whoever designed this set, I applaud them, give them a big thumbs up because they did a great job. So leaving this turned over, let's see what we're going to do. We're going to put a turntable plate on here. And we have some little communication antenna type pieces on here. What do we got here? So these little wheel parts on there. And these get our wheels and tires. It's basically 2 for each one of them. These are kind of funky little wheels and tire combo because the tire is actually skinnier than the wheel. So when you poke the wheel through the tire hole, you see how it kind of sticks out on both sides. So for any OCD people, this may bother them a little bit. Let's say I'm borderline OCD on some things. So this kind of bothers me a little bit, but I understand kind of the idea with it. So I can, I guess, let it slide. Alright, so there's our wheels and tires. So turn this back over and set it down. So we have another 2x build for the engine intake pieces. Let's see, we turn this over. Have a couple of wedge plates. Turn it back around. Have this little fender piece. And that piece on there. So I need to make another one. Here's 1, 2. All right. So there they both are. Bring this back over, and these will attach to the exposed plates. Dropping it. Looks like it doesn't quite look like the instructions. Okay, so it does show it over one more stud. I'll scoot this down to right there. Okay, so there's our engine covers. Looks good. And we have a couple stickers that are gonna go on those. 05, and then looks like it has some exhaust vents of some sort on the side there. Put that one right there. Oops. Okay, that looks good. Turn this back around. Here's our turntable piece for the upper rotor. Before we start doing that, we have some more of these curved pieces. All right. So we have this vertical fin. It's going to go on the back of the helicopter. It's going to have stickers on each side. It's this large Coast Guard logo. The logo kind of looks like a shield that has a little circular flotation device on top of the water. So this attaches right there. Shows a wedge plate here. Technic plate. Bow shape. Jumper tile with a clear tile. And then we have a non-friction pin with our rear blade there. See, that turns nicely. Alright, so we're going to move this to the side. We have our rotor piece to build now, which consists first of these 1x5 Technic plates around this little pinwheel type plate. Then we're going to put the blades on here like so. Oops. These blades are going to get stickers on them, but I'm going to oops. I need to put them on right first. Alright. I'm going to assemble this whole piece first and then put all the stickers on. So the blade is basically sandwiched in between two of these 1x5 Technic plates. This little piece that'll slide all the way through the bottom. We'll attach this little piece on. Now I'm going to put the stickers on. Basically, the sticker is a little warning stripe sticker that goes on the end of each one of the blades. And we've seen this before in other helicopters that Lego has produced. More or less that when the blade is spinning, it's an indicator of where the edge is. So when you are playing with it, you don't accidentally put your hand inside of the spinning blade. And it's really not that the blade will hurt you. It's more that once you get it spinning, you want it to keep spinning until it kind of stops on its own. And by accidentally hitting things or putting your hand in it, it may stop earlier than you wanted it to. So that's the whole assembly there. Kind of back this up just a little bit so we can kind of see a little bit more. And with our Technic pin sticking up there, we're more or less going to put it in this pinhole right there, like that. And you can see that completes the helicopter. You can see when I give it a spin, see how you can see those lines on the edge. All right, so last couple pages of the instruction book is some kind of interesting. So it shows the final model, but then it shows an entire scene of all of the Lego City jungle theme. Got a part count of all the parts in the set, and then it has some more advertisements for more Lego City sets. And we've seen some of these on my channel. I've built that one, I've built that one, I've built that one, I built that one, I built that one, I built that one. I've built all these. So hey, if you want to see any of those that I've built, I'm going to have a link down below for all of my Lego City build videos. So if you love this build video and you want to see more just like it, including all those ones we just saw on that little advertisement page, then check out that link down below. It'll take you to a playlist that conveniently puts all of the Lego City sets together. So kind of like a one-stop shop that you can binge watch Lego City for a couple days if you want, or you know, a couple hours or a couple years. I definitely have a ton of videos on my channel if you loved this one and you want to see it in different themes. So say Lego superheroes or Star Wars, or I even have some Hobbit and some other random themes on this channel. Then check out all those links. You can binge watch those for probably a year or two. There's a ton of videos on this channel, so hopefully it has something that you like, and we will see you in that next one.